We're going to be designing this tray in Fusion 360, but we're going to do it in a way that's flexible, also known as a parametric design. So if you sell things on Etsy, work with clients, or have a wife with really strong opinions, parametric design is a huge godsend. It makes it so easy to adjust things and the sketch doesn't just break down. This is all part of the Fusion for Woodworker series, so make sure you like this video and subscribe so you don't miss any of the content. All right, let's get started. So we'll start with an empty sketch. And the first thing we're going to do is draw a circle from the center. And make sure you do it from the origin. That'll keep everything together. We're going to dimension it to 10 inches. And we're going to extrude it half the thickness we want. So we want a total of 3/4 inch at the end. So we'll make this 3/8, which you can literally put in here 3/8. So now we have our base. We're going to make a sketch on the top of this base. And for this one, we're going to use a new tool, the offset tool. Click offset, this, and we'll make this 3/8. But it went the wrong way, so all we have to do is change it to negative. We're going to make a pocket in the center. We'll dimension this to 3 inches. And we're also going to make this 3/8. Now we are going to make a vertical line known as a center line. And you can find the center line type over in the sketch palette. We're going to draw a vertical line from about the top of this to the second point, to the second circle. We're going to make sure that's vertical, which it was. And then we're going to click this, control and click the center point and make it coincident. Now it's black, it will not move at all. We're going to make another line right next to this, but we do not want this to be a center line. But we're going to do the same thing, touch from there to there. It's already vertical, and we're going to dimension it from the center line. So what a center line does is it basically doubles the length from your object to the center line, which makes sense. It's going down the center of an object. So once again, we'll make this 3/8. Now we can mirror this line and it automatically grabs it and puts it where you want it to. Well, that was quick. And that's all we're going to do for this sketch. The next thing we're going to do is just extrude it out. We're going to click all of the parts that we want our walls to be. We'll make this 3/8 and make sure that this is joined. Okay. Now it looks funky from here, but this is where all the power is. So now just to make it a little bit prettier, we're going to add some fillets to this edge, to these, not there, to these edges. Okay. So now we have this funky looking shape, and what we're going to do is pattern this entire thing. So under create, you're going to do pattern, circular pattern. For object type, we want feature, and we're going to go down here into our timeline and click the fillet, and then we're also going to click the extrude. For the axis, you can pick any circle, and then we can adjust it to however many we want. So this is 12. It looks silly, but it does not break. And if we want to go back and edit this, we can right click, edit circular pattern, and bring it back down to 3 like we initially had. And that's it. A super simple, super flexible tray. You can even go back into the sketches, edit sketch all the way from the back. We'll make this 12. And it will recompile so that it's just a bigger tray. So that's it. That's how you build this easy to adjust model. Now we're going to go over 2 common ways that people would build this that once again aren't wrong, but they have no flexibility. Also, in my next video, I'm going to go through how to program this for a CNC and then also cut it on the CNC. So make sure you follow if you're into that kind of stuff. So this is the first way that people would probably do it. Is they have a 120-degree angle. They have each one of these sections defined, and then they'll cut. So they'll start off with the full height, and then rather than expanding, they'll cut. So once again, it starts off as a perfectly fine example of what we can do. But if we go in here, we edit the sketch. Say we wanted to make 4 of them, so we make this 90 degrees. It's all broken. You have the whole model breaks unless that's what you want it to do, which it probably isn't. So for the last method that I'm going to show you, it's slightly more flexible. Basically, we start off with the same drawing from our parametric design, But rather than letting the revolve and the extrude do the work, we use the circular pattern, which has its place, but it's not here. So for this, we have 2 right now, and then you go through and make it 3, and we have that. But watch what happens when we say finish sketch. It breaks the whole thing. Now this is easily adjusted. If you go into edit features, you can fix it, but obviously not what we want. So that is why I strongly recommend going through your parametric functions whenever possible. I hope you learned a lot from this video, and I'll catch you for the next one.